I think loneliness is one of the hardest feelings to grapple with because obviously, you feel alone and you yearn for some kind of connection or, just anything really. And when you get given the option to get out of that loneliness, it's not always a guarantee. In fact, most of the time it's not a guarantee. I every time I feel like I get close to someone, it feels like I either push them away or something happens and I can't form that connection that would help me break the loneliness. And I've said before that you have to turn your loneliness into solitude. And that is 100% true. You have to learn to be comfortable with yourself and being by yourself with your own thoughts. And yeah, that's completely true. But with that being said, it doesn't stop the feelings of wanting a partner, or a friend, or some sense of community. And I think the longer it goes on, the more of a kind of hole you fall into. Not a hole, but it's like you feel more and more alone, and you don't go and get these kind of connections and form these new experiences. So it makes it harder. So it's just like feedback loop of I'm alone, I'm by myself, but I'm scared to get out there because I have the fear of rejection, or I feel like once I open up, I'm just going to be turned away. And it's hard. 1 in 4 men aren't going to get a partner aren't going to have a long-term partner in their lives. And that's a scary fucking demographic. That means if you have 4 mates, one of them is not going to, statistically speaking, not ever going to find a partner. But I think you've got to ignore those kind of stats. I don't think they put a positive kind of spin on the reality of dating and relationships. Because, not even if, like, anyone with enough kind of personal development and, hobbies or rest can go and find a partner. But they either, I don't know how to put it. They either kind of don't want to get into a relationship, or the other person might not want to, or they're showing off some kind of, I don't like using the term, but red flags, and it pushes that person away. And then you're stuck being alone again, and the hurt increases because you just had this opportunity and you feel like either you fucked it up or it's been fucked up for you. Don't play the blame game. It never works for anyone. But a piece of advice I've been giving myself, and I really want to pass it on to you, and I really think you should believe this, but it's that everything with time. Nothing's going to happen for you instantly like that. I mean, sure, it might, and that's fucking great. But for a lot of people, it's just a matter of kind of being in the right place at the right time, and you don't know when that is. It's like a waiting game. At least that's what I told myself. Like, obviously, you can't just sit in your room and isolate yourself for days, weeks on end. But it is definitely not something that happens instantly. So what I'm kind of want to pass on to you guys is that, yes, get comfortable in your own solitude, learn to be with yourself, but also don't feel like all hope is lost, because love and loneliness are fickle things. They're never, well, they can be easy, and obviously you want love to be easy, but it can't always be easy, and it can't always happen instantly. You need to just allow yourself to enjoy being alone rather than being lonely. That's a real kind of point I'm trying to get across to you guys. And you're never truly alone. It might seem like it, but you aren't. You've always got someone you can speak to, even if it doesn't feel like it. Fucking love you guys. If you want to subscribe, go for it.